Hey everyone, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. Today's episode of Tarot at 12 is starting 15 minutes early because I have to end 15 minutes early for a previously scheduled appointment. So I'm hoping, I don't know, it's hard. There's usually a few people here early. I made sure to let them know. But some of you might not realize it's starting early. That's the problem with dropping in. Hey, TD, how are you? Well, great. General for the week. Sure, let's do that. Glad you came. I'm starting early, I was just saying. Positive for life. Oh, great. You've got a question too. How are you? I'm glad you're here. Okay, well, let's get started. Today, I'm trying a little something different. To help me better organize things. It's kind of a learning process. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get rid of this and put this up there. Awesome. All right, TD would like a general reading for the week. We're going to use Arcanum Tarot. We're going to see what's going on. We want to know for the week, what is going on for TD? All right, Rajani, hello, how are you? Pinky, how are you? All righty, so general for the week for TD. Let's take a look and see what's potentially coming. All right. Oops, that's not a good place for that. No, I'm going to knock it off. Oops, what am I doing? Right, so general reading for the week. All right, I think there's actually going to be some things going on that are a little confusing, or there might be something that you're not exactly 100% clear on. I'm seeing the moon here, and that's typically, a bit of mystery, not quite knowing how to proceed. But because it's the moon is watching over and you are guided through. So it's not something that's like literally blank mind mystery. It's that, there's something that might need to, the unknown that might need to be watched out for. We've got death right next to that, which implies that there's going to be some sort of change next week, or this week, I should say. It's Monday. So there's some kind of change coming, something that would potentially be closing a chapter, moving on to the next. Typically, it represents some change of consequence. And then we have the heartbreak card here, the Three of Swords. Heartbreak doesn't always mean, romantic heartbreak. It heartbreak of something ending or something not going well. I'm doing great, Pinky. Thank you so much. Oh, Priyanka, hello, how are you? Rajani. Okay, let's keep going. And then here with the Two of Swords, that's usually being caught between two ideas, two things, imprisoned by your own mind, not wanting to see something. That goes right back to mystery. So let's clarify here. Wait a minute, let me move all my stuff. Let's do some clarifiers and get some ideas about what is the mystery. The first card is the moon, and I'd like to know a little insight onto what the mystery might be. This week is already started. It's Monday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. My brain has melded all the days together. Okay. Well, I think that you're trying to plan something. You're not quite sure how to go about it. You're trying to do something that you're kind of, you're planning it, but you're wanting to plan it, but it's looking kind of like you're not sure quite how to plan it. Death implies, though, that you are able to figure that out. So let's just get an idea. Yes. So whatever it is that you're trying to plan that is not seeming like you're not quite sure how it's going to end up or what next step to take, you're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to find the next step or carry it out. So that is going to be put to bed. Let's see what's going on with our Three of Swords. Okay, Now that is the Page of Cups. That is kind of a new love. I'm wondering if you kind of are, somebody that you might have your hopes set on, or that you're trying to kind of connect with and kindle something. That's looking like it might not happen. So if there's somebody who you are, considering, or you've been sort of working up to, that's looking like it might not work out as well. But you never know. I mean, it's good to kind of have an idea so you know what to plan for, but also knowing what to plan for allows you to change it if you don't like it. All right, so what are we stuck between? All right. Well, I think this is like kind of the slow road card. You're going somewhere to brighter shores. It's not necessarily a sad card, although the people in the boat look, how do I do that? There you go. Look kind of sad. They're not. They're just moving on, and they're guided. They have this boat guy who is guiding them. So it's not a sad thing. But I think because it's at the end of the spread, I think it's kind of it relates back to this. You're thinking, okay, now what do I do? So I'm thinking that you have something that's going to come up, or that you're currently working on, that you're trying to plan. I think it's going to be obviously bothering you because you're feeling like it's a mystery. You're not quite sure what to do. I do believe you'll figure it out. And there might be some second guessing going on of yourself. Reach out to somebody if you need some help to get there. But it looks like whatever it is will be successful. And then part two, I think, if you're looking at somebody to date or to start something new, that might not be the best week to do it. It's not looking so great. Sometimes when this is not a new love, when it's just an emotional connection for you, that could mean that something else that is dear to you will be kind of not looking so great. I get the real feeling, though, that it is an emotional or romantic kind of thing. If you're with somebody, obviously that's somebody new here. If you're with somebody, then that would be something new about your relationship that's not working out. So if you're dating, though, someone you got your sights set on might not be the right one. So an idea and a potential romance. All right, TD. I hope the week goes well. I had a horrible day yesterday. I had a lot going on, and I was just very glad for the day to be over. And so that's what made it a good day when it ended. Ha. All right. So we've got TD, and I'm going to continually be refreshing. If you weren't here in the beginning, I'm trying out a few new things to stay organized, and I'm doing my best, but we'll see what happens. Oh, hello, Sylvia. How are you? Twinkle, twinkle, Nav. Hi, how are you? Ms. Wheats, hello. Well, I'm glad you're all here. And you guys, if you haven't already, I would please invite you to subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to have some cool graphics set up when people, when people subscribe or donate. So we'll see how that goes. So next question. Let me see. Sylvia, here we go. What's coming up in my love life? Let us see. What deck should I use? I'm going to use the Wizard's Tarot just because it's super cool. All right, so what's coming up in Sylvia's love life? Just a reminder, I will have to end the stream 15 minutes early today for a prearranged appointment. So, and so I'll have to kind of watch, so we do end on time, so I'm not late. I'm waiting for this stupid appointment for like 4 weeks. All right, what's coming up in Sylvia's love life? Okay. Dropped down a couple there, so we've got 5 this time. So let's see, that one wanted to come out here. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, so what's coming up in Sylvia's love life? Make sure we can see all those. Okay, what's coming up in your love life? Well, here we have the Two of Cups. That's the joining together. That's right there, a couple, love and harmony. So that's looking really good. But here we have the Ten of Swords, and that is somebody who's just depleted, done. I mean, as you can see, this guy is leaning there, and he's got all the swords in his back, and he's just collapsed. So it's just being overwhelmed, having a lot going on. Here, though, we have the Four of Wands, which is, again, having that home, having that family, celebrating. It's the beginnings of something. So, that's, would make sense if what's coming up in your love life, if it's something new, that's looking real good as well. Here we have the Two of Wands, which is kind of about looking within, starting a journey, looking outward and deciding where to go with it and taking into account all the things internally as well. So it's a very thoughtful kind of start on a journey. Another great thing to have in the beginning of a love life type of reading, because you want to be really obviously on your game in terms of staying in line with what you want, what you need, and so forth. So that's looking really good. So let's put this all together here. We have the Six of Pentacles. That would be more of a helping kind of card, generosity. Let's see how this all pulls together. I'm going to do some clarifiers and see what's coming up in Sylvia's love life. Oops, and then I'm going to drop all the cards. How's that? All right. Let's just see. Okay. What's coming up here? Two of Wands, your personal journey, personal thoughts before the journey gets started. All right, it's a Page of Wands. That is huge action. Action, action, action. Jumping in. So that is a great card or combo, because that means you are ready to go, ready to jump in something new, but yet you're reflecting on it and what you need. You're really giving it a not just a what I want, it's what do I need. So that is definitely saying a lot for you right there. The Four of Wands, that's the beginning of a happy home, harmony, things like that. Sounds like you're getting everything sort of set up for the right person. But let's keep going and see what else we can find. Four of Wands, what are you doing there? All right, here we've got death. So something is happening, something is changing that has made you get to the point where you're doing that happy home. I'm wondering if you're going to meet somebody right in here, right in between these two cards is where you maybe something going to meet someone. So let's see, though. You're exhausted. You're tired. You're feeling overwhelmed. Why? All right. Because you're tired of having to continually work on it. I mean, I'm assuming you're single. Dating, obviously, is a lot of work. I think dating is like a job. It's very hard sometimes to, stay strong and keep going. Sometimes it's like, oh, forget it. I just don't even care. So that's what this card is looking like. It's not even wanting this extra cup. Look, he's got 3. He doesn't want it. He's not even looking at it. He's tired, and it's on the exhaustion card. I'm wondering if you've had a lot of duds lately. You've been having some duds, some dates that or people you're talking to who have just not done it for you or not worked out. So I think that reflects that. That's your feelings and things. But this is a really good one. So let's see what our Two of Cups is doing. Two of Cups. Oh, that's going to be speedy. That's the Chariot. The Chariot brings things in quickly. It also keeps things in line, opposite energies. In this particular card, the sphinxes that pull the Chariot are actually sitting. So I'm thinking what this means is it's ready to move, but you're seeing if you have everything in place. I think you're going to be hesitant to jump in. Not that it wouldn't be successful moving forward, but I think you're a little guarded. And I think it's because of this. You've had some dating that's just not gone well. You've done some real self-reflection. You've really kind of figured out where your boundaries are, what you're looking for. And you're not taking any, you're not wasting time anymore. That's enough. You're done with it. You're exhausted with it. You're moving forward. I think you will meet somebody that is going to evolve into something, but I think you're going to be taking your time. And then lastly, let's find out what this help card, generosity card, that is the Star of Hope. That is the guiding light. I think this is all related. I think you're going to be kind of holding yourself to account. You're like, wait a minute, let's make sure that this is right before we jump right in. Because remember, you've done that. You're tired of it. So I think you're going to be very discriminating. You're going to be very discerning. You're going to have your little mental checklist as to what people should be doing, saying, and so forth in order to continue. I think somehow they've got some things to prove to you. You're ready to move, but you're standing back. Look at these little sphinxes. They're ready to go, but you're like, all right, let's just see what's going to happen here before we move. You've learned from your past. The helping portion, that's something where somebody's going to have to prove to you that they're worth it. And that's exactly what I see. That's exactly what I see. All righty. Hope that makes sense. Hope that was helpful. Dating is like a job. I really believe it's like a job. It's hard work. It's like interviewing people for a company that you're a company that is yourself. Okay, so let's get another question. With the chat, just so you guys know, I'm very focused on the cards while I'm reading chat. I do have a couple moderators. I do see Pinky here. Pinky is one of my moderators. I do check the chat, but I am not watching the chat while I'm reading, just so you know. So bear with me. You can reach out to one of my mods if you have a question that I'm not addressing so that they can get my attention. Hey, Night Reader Tarot, how are you? Phantom Punk, hello. Okay, so I'm going to grab another question. I don't see any donations coming in. Just to remind you, donations take priority. Otherwise, I do select randomly. So here's one. This is time taking. So can you please tell me how M is feeling about me and will he contact me this week? So for that, I'm going to use the Raphaelite, pre-Raphaelite, that deck. Okay. All right, how is M feeling about you and will he contact you this week? Okay. Oh, you're very welcome, time taking. I very much try to randomize things. I want it to be fair for everyone, and I definitely want everybody to get a chance too. So I do try to be aware of, not randomly selecting the same person by accident all the time. I don't mean to do it. I literally do it random. Okay, so how is M feeling about you and will he contact you this week? I am thinking that M is feeling pretty good about you. I really do. I've got the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands, that's somebody who's got it all. That's somebody who has strength, stamina, intelligence, works well with people. This is often somebody who'd be like a CEO of a company. So imagine that well-roundedness. So I think M is feeling like you've really, really got it going on. Here, with the Three of Pentacles, this is typically like a craftsmanship type of card. In this particular card, look at, he's carved this beautiful statue and he's looking at it. There's usually onlookers in these cards. In this particular card, there's not, but there's usually onlookers. So it's also about kind of showing off your craft, people looking at what you're doing. So I think very much M is feeling like you've really got it going on. I think you really got it going on. Here we've got the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, this one is being bored again with what you have, not noticing it. Look, they're so busy planting these things and they have the cup. They're not even seeing this cup in the background. You see that cup in the background? It's like, here's this. So I'm wondering if, well, let's clarify that. I have a thought, but I want to see something else. And then we've got our Star of Hope. We've got the star leading the way. This is kind of also that there's always enough. Pouring out of both pictures, there's always enough. And look, pouring water into the water because it just replenishes itself. Let's get a couple clarifiers, but right now off the bat, I can say I think M is thinking you've got it going on. Let's see. Let's see. What are you doing that is making you not want to see that other cup? What's going on? Why are you not seeing that other cup? Oh, you've got something else going on. You've got something else going on. I wonder, are you maybe speaking to two different people? I'm not sure. You know what? An ace is always a new opportunity. This is swords. Swords is the suit of thoughts, ideas, communications. I'm wondering if you're considering more than one person. You know, I know we were talking about how is he feeling about you. I think this part represents you, though. I know, I think he's thinking you've got it going on. He thinks you're really got, but I wonder if he thinks you might also be seeing somebody else. So maybe that's making a little conflict there. This suggests the truth is necessary to put a kibosh on that part. All right, now the guiding, excuse me, the guiding light. Yeah, you're going to be brought in. It's all going to come together, I think. You know, Nine of Cups, that's having it all. That's generosity. Look at, he's bringing everybody over to sit at the table and eat or drink these cups. You know, he's got a bunch. So, I mean, and this is the 9, so it's right under the 10, which is the completion of the suit. So I think, yes, there's something going on here, though. I'm getting the sense that M might feel you're seeing somebody else or talking to somebody else. I think it has something to do with communication. So perhaps that's something you need to clear up. And if it's true and you are talking to multiple people, then that means maybe you need to kind of evaluate, who do I want to be with? But I'm getting the strong sense that he thinks you're seeing somebody or talking to somebody is probably more appropriate. Okay, time taking. I hope that helps. All right. So let's see, what else have we got? Okay. Alrighty. Hi, Zoe. How are you? Amiri? If I have not greeted you, I do apologize. I'm trying. I want to thank you all for being here, though. Let's see here. Bunny. Will I get a job and relocate to Georgia? Let's see. Georgia. I'm in Illinois, and my cousin, when I was a kid, my cousin lived in Georgia, and we would take turns going back to each other's house and staying for 2 weeks. We were young. But anyway, Georgia, to me, I obviously think of the red dirt. But I just remember Georgia. It's almost like it's created this thing in my mind that it's, I don't know, I hope it's not more wonderful than it is in my memory, but I just always have a warm, fuzzy thing about Georgia. Georgia? Okay, well, I get a job and relocate to Georgia. Thank you. Let's just check it out. This one is kind of my favorite lately, the Arcanum. I'm going to use that one again. relocate to Georgia. Well, I'm assuming that that's what you'd like to happen. Obviously, you wouldn't ask the question if you didn't. So let's just see. Is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? We need a job that will relocate us to Georgia. All right. Okay. I feel like that there's something saying that there might be some problems. We've got the Five of Pentacles here. That is sometimes a card indicating being kept out. It's also a sign of friends helping friends. Sometimes it indicates some kind of physical ailments. You know, the Brighter Weight card has the guy on crutches and things. But in this reading, as it pertains to your question, I'm seeing being kept out. Here we have the Eight of Swords. That is being kind of imprisoned by your own thoughts, not wanting to see things. I'm wondering if there's another opportunity that you just might not be seeing because you have your heart set on this job. That's what I'm thinking right here. Here we've got the Ten of Swords. Again, that's kind of like exhaustion, just done, defeat. And this guy here, the Seven of Swords, he's kind of stealing things and running away, but he's leaving two things behind. So he's got all these swords here that he's like, aha, and he's running away. Well, he's left two things behind. So that's where I thought perhaps you're not seeing something that's there because you're focused on this one. You've got these two swords here. Maybe that's something else to think about. I can also tell that this has exhausted you. You know, this has been potentially, I don't know if it's been taking a long time or if it's just consuming your thoughts or both. But you've got so many swords here. Something your own mind is really, again, I don't want to suggest you're not supposed to think about things and weigh them out, but I wonder if you're kind of crippling yourself with the overthinking and you're potentially not seeing something else. So let's pull an endgame card, because right now the cards are saying that it's not looking likely, but let's do an endgame card and see what we see. Now, what about that? You've got the Magician. That is creating something new. That's a manifestation card. And look, he's got every suit, and the Pentacles is the suit we're looking at for a new job. He can create anything. So what does this all mean in as it relates to your question? I think you can go one of two ways. I think that if it is going this direction where it's not looking so great and you're not seeing something, I think you can absolutely manifest something new. You can get that new job if you're paying attention to what you might not be seeing. There's something else. Maybe you need to look a little harder, a little deeper, or one that you kind of said, no, I'm not interested. Maybe take a second look. It can either mean that, or it can also mean, you know, in your mind, Bunny, you're thinking, well, I don't like that. I really want to do this. You can change it. So what about if you look into the same job that you're wanting to move to Georgia? Take a look at what you're doing and what you're doing to have this come to fruition. And maybe you need to tweak it a bit. Maybe you need to take a little bit of a different approach. Maybe send an email to the hiring manager and express your gratitude and for the opportunity for interviewing, or, you know, wherever you are in the stage of the game. You can still change it. However, because of the other cards too, I think it could go another way. You could make something happen out of these other things you're not looking at. So either way, I think you have the opportunity to really manifest something. Evaluate what you're doing and take a look at those other things that you might be glazing over. Well, good luck. I hope you do get it. I hope you do. If that's what's meant to be, I hope you do get it. All righty. Let's take a look at what else I need to refresh. There we go. All right, bunny. Let's see. Are you being, this is Suditi. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I want to know if I'm being spiritually supported. So let's take a look at, I'm going to use, for spiritually supported, we're going to use Anna K. Anna K is my baby. Okay. Hey, Phantom Punk, how are you? Welcome back, Night Reader. Oh, it said I was scrolled up. I thought you left and came back. Sorry. You're probably like, huh? Ashley, hello. Brave Heart Esquire. I love it. Great name. Hey, thanks for joining. For those of you that are new, I would appreciate it so much if you would subscribe to my channel. That way you'll never miss out. And I do put up pop-up videos that aren't scheduled, so therefore there's no alert for them. That way you'd have, well, there'd be an alert if you subscribed. That's what I mean. All right. Being spiritually supported. Let's find out. Spiritually supported. Okay. I've trimmed this one as well. I removed all borders because I'm on an anti-border crusade. For the most part. Some of them I leave it, but most of them I don't. Okay, are you being spiritually supported? I see, yes, you are, and you're being very supported. Very supported. We've got the Queen of Cups here. This is a queen. Well, obviously, this is a queen, but I meant she is somebody who you'd think as a queen would have intrinsic qualities, being stable, having accomplishments, being well-liked, thinking about everyone. But this queen is often very emotional. She's got a lot going on that way. I mean, look, she's about to cry into her cup, it looks like. It's also nighttime, the moon. There's a bit of mystery there. So I think, this is not something you're going to be directly hearing about like, hey, knock, knock, I'm here. I think this is something that you need to have faith in. And at some point, maybe you'll have more confirmation. But at this stage, I think the tarot is saying that you need to have faith in your intuition and just walk through the mystery. This Three of Cups here, that's a celebration, coming together. That's support. Look at, they're holding hands even. You can't be more supportive in the picture than that. So yes, I'm thinking this is looking good. Seven of Pentacles, this is hard work waiting for a harvest. So what I'm thinking is you've been really working on this. You've been doing the work, whatever it is, whatever your path is, you've been doing the work about it, and you're waiting for something to happen. I don't know, some people do channeling, some people do tarot, some people, there's just so many things. But you're waiting for that sign, that signal, that real kind of breakthrough moment. I feel like that will be coming. I feel that breakthrough moment, because of your hard work, will be coming. And I believe it has something to do with changing the way you're thinking about it in the terms of how you communicate. I don't know if you meditate, pray, just think about it in your head, but maybe you need to get a little more clear on what you're asking the universe for. What you're asking the universe for, if you're asking for signs, if you're asking for communication, if you're asking for gifts. I think you maybe need to clarify it a little more. Your work, though, is what's going to bring about the new opportunity to have this chance to refine your communication. But yes, I'm seeing it. I think you're spiritually supported. Absolutely. Okay. Well, I hope that helped. Hey, T.O., welcome. Angel Wings, hello. All righty, let's just see who's next. We've got a nice crowd here today. I'm going to go ahead and see what we've got going on. All right, Ashley has a question. How does he feel now that I told him I love him? Wow, that's a big step. So that's something too that, you know, you're real vulnerable when you put yourself out there to say I love you for the first time. So I'm wondering, how did he respond? I assume your question is, you know, how does he feel inside about it? But I wonder what his physical response was. Did he say it back? Did he not respond? Or do you not know altogether? All right, let's just take a look. All righty. Let's see, Ashley. How is he feeling now that Ashley loves him? Okay. All right. Now, all right. Well, I'm thinking that, you know, there's definitely an opportunity, and I think he sees that. He sees the opportunity, but I think he's also thinking there's some other things that he is also working on. I don't know necessarily that it's, you know, 3 new loves. I don't think that necessarily, but I do believe it is emotional. There is something emotionally that he is still kind of off track about. He's not, the gears aren't meshing 100%. There's more right here that he is not looking at, and that potentially could be the I love you part. He's got these though. So let's do a clarifier and see if we can find out a little more insight into that one. This here is the kind of overthinking, being kept awake at night. Obviously, I think this is really on your mind. And I think that you're allowing it to kind of really disrupt your peace. Now, I know when you love somebody, that's obviously it's a big, huge part of your life. So, of course, it's on your mind, and it's important to be on your mind. But you've made a plan. You've made a plan to decide what to do next. Obviously, the plan started with an I love you. But this clearly represents where you are right now. The planning, but not knowing what to do next, not really able to follow through. It also tells me that he's not quite sure yet what to do. I think he's a little hesitant, but good news. We've got the Ace of Wands here. This means new growth, new effort. So I do think it has the potential, and I think that he sees that potential too. I'm just wondering if he is a little confused as to what to do next. I'm really curious if he said, I love you back. Yeah, and here, Ashley, it does. Yeah, changes everything. I just love, love, love. Well, good. Ashley, let me know at the bottom there if you can. But let's see. Let's do a clarification on what's he not wanting to see back there. Is that the I love you? Or what's going on? Now, 4s are typically a number for structure, stability, security, having enough. Let's just get a clarifier, though, because I want to see how it pertains to your question. Let's just see here. Rest, relaxation, reflection. All right. He's still taking it in, Ashley. He's still taking it all in. I don't think it's showing that he doesn't potentially love you back, but I think he's still taking it all in. I think you're having a real hard time with this, though, and I want to remind you to sometimes patience is hard, and it's hard for me. I totally get that. But I want to remind you to save your sanity. Try not to get lost in your own thoughts and overthink it. I do think there's potential there, but I think he's still just trying to take it all in. I don't see anything that would indicate he's, saying poo-poo on that. I think he's thinking about it and he sees potential. All right. Well, you'll have to let us know, Ashley. I hope you get an I love you back. If that's what's meant to happen, you will. And be anxious. Oh, here. Ashley says, yes, he did. I just didn't know what to say that day. He finally said it 3 days ago. There you go. See, it took him 3 days, right? He just might be a little slower at reciprocating. So have patience. Don't let that one that staying up all night kill your sanity. Okay, let's find out who's next. All right. Nacho cheese. How does the Pisces feel about me? And you've got Squidward as your profile picture. Love it, love it. All right, let's use classic Llewellyn. How does the Pisces feel about me? Whoops. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Oh, you're very welcome, Sudidi. I hope I'm saying your name right. Please forgive me if I'm not. Okay, nacho cheese. How does the Pisces feel about me? Let's find out. Squidward. All right, I have way too many things out over here. Wait a minute. I need a tarot tower. If you guys have not checked out Tarot Oracle's page, you need to go to do that. You just absolutely need to. He has instructional videos, great readings and everything like that. So you really should check him out. All right, how does the Pisces feel about you? I think the Pisces is feeling really good about you. Really good. We've got the world here. That is well, obviously it's the world. It's having it all, all the different aspects of life. But it's also kind of the end. It's like coming to completion. So I'm feeling, obviously that's a good thing, to have it all. But here we have the King of Swords next to it. The King of Swords, he's a king. He's stable. He's on a stone throne. But look at it. He's wearing some military gear. He is just ready to get out there, be strong, make things happen, and fend off whatever's, interfering with that. So I'm thinking, there's a straight path to you guys. I mean, in terms of pushing away whatever is potentially going to come into play that would stop the progress, I feel like things are going to be moving forward pretty quickly. We have the Four of Swords. That is a rest, relaxation, reflect. I think that's going to be, as you get together, as you move forward, I should say, there is a lot to think about. I mean, is this the right person? I mean, the beginning is always fun, right? The beginning is the honeymoon stage. Everything's fun. Everything's perfect. Flaws are overlooked, things like that. I think this is the wait and see phase. Wait and see if Pisces deserves you kind of thing. And then I'm thinking here, it's saying the Empress, this is saying that if indeed he does deserve you, or he or she, this is, you can develop this relationship. You can nurture this relationship. You can grow this relationship. So I'm thinking Pisces is feeling pretty good about you. But I do think that the tarot is recommending here that you do some self-reflection to make sure that you're not just allowing it to flow without your input, meaning set your boundaries, know what you want, know what's acceptable, know what's not acceptable. But this is a rest, relaxation, thinking card. These are looking good. All righty. Well, good luck with Pisces. You'll have to let us know. And I love your screen name, Nacho Cheese. Let's just see who is next. Okay. All right. Okay, we've got another question here. Nil, did my ritual I performed go well today, or did it fail? So let's take a look. And for this, I want to use Tarot in Wonderland. Seems like a Wonderland question, doesn't it? All right. Did my ritual I performed go well today, or did it fail? Let's just find out. Just a reminder, guys, I do pick random. Donations take priority. You get bumped up and guarantee a reading today. I'm working on my system so that I can be a little bit more organized. So bear with me here. And keep in mind that when I'm looking at the cards, I'm real focused. So I'm not being rude. I'm not being purposefully ignoring. But when I'm focused, I'm focused. Okay, did the ritual you performed go well today, or did it fail? All right, well, they've got some good cards looking for new things. This is the Page of Wands. That's at the end section here. The reason I mention it first is it's kind of a card with messages, new beginnings. And remember, Wands is the suit of growth and effort. Right before that, though, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and this is something that things go round and round. I think so far that you might need to be trying again. This is a card of balance, temperance, and right before it, we have the Knight of Swords. And the reason I went kind of backwards is I'm trying to see what is happening. You had asked if it was successful. I wonder if the ritual you did, I'm sure you prepared, I'm sure you researched whatever it is that you did to come up with this ritual. But the Knight of Swords is implying that it was kind of a rushed thing, that without a plan. Don't know if that's something, you might not feel that way, but I think you should kind of look at it and see. Now, okay, I did kind of rush it, or, oh no, I skipped this, or kind of take a look at that. Make sure that you've done everything you needed to do. Temperance is balance, which again, it makes it suggest here that there was something potentially missed in what you were doing. Again, going back to where I started, the Wheel of Fortune, it is kind of turning around. It sometimes can mean completion, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting that things are starting over. Yeah, I'm really seeing that from there. I'll do a clarifier. And then here, the Page of Wands, starting a new growth of something, new effort of something. And so what this jumped out to me as being was a new way of doing your ritual, or a new addition to your ritual. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see what the Wheel of Fortune is, because if I'm could go either way, and I want to see which way it's going. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune. Where are you turning? Where are you going, Wheel of Fortune? Okay. All right. Was this a love ritual or a couple type of relationship? Yeah. I'm wondering if it's something to do with love, if the ritual has something to do with love. And see, this is why I do clarifiers. The clarifier is, this card is the Four of Wands, which can indicate happiness, coming together and starting a home. It's the beginnings, though. Building that harmonious kind of coupling, for lack of a better word. Yeah, I'm wondering if this has something to do with love, and that something's going to grow out of it. Okay, Nil is saying that it's about negative situations. Negative situations, I'm thinking that you might need to kind of tweak. I think you need to tweak. This is showing, this happiness here is on the wheel. So I think it's absolutely positive. You're wanting to bring this about. You're wanting to get rid of the negative situations. So perhaps this is suggesting you need to do a follow-up. Maybe not necessarily tweak it, change it, but there's a follow-up needed. That's exactly what I'm thinking. There's follow-up needed. I'm not sure, myself, I don't do rituals, so I'm not sure kind of any more, personal insight I can provide, but it looks like, yeah, you need to reevaluate and see if there's something else you need to stick in there, or a follow-up to, do it again. Mystic Cats, hello. Dreamer, how are you? Okay, so let's go ahead. I have to get some of these decks out of my way because I'm not putting them back in their proper place. All right, so let's see. Regina, will P give me a commitment in the near future? Let's not use that one. Let's use Anna K. Okay, will P give me commitment in the near future? I'm going to give you guys a quick reminder. I am going to be having to end the stream 15 minutes early at 12:45. I did start it 15 minutes early as well, trying to kind of make up, but you might not have realized I have a prior commitment at 1 that I can't not do. So I am going to be ending hard stop at 12:45. All right, you're going to get some commitment from P. What's going on, P? Regina wants to know. All right. Okay. Will P give me commitment? Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. My internet took a hit a couple days ago. We had a bad storm here in central Illinois, and I think obviously something must be still wrong out there. I'll have to call them. Anyway, will P give me commitment in the near future? I'm seeing a lot of bright and sunny looking colors here, so I'm thinking that there will be a commitment just based on some of the bright colors I'm seeing. I see that it's a lot of work, not meaning in a painful way, but everybody in a relationship, to make a successful relationship, has to put in some work. I see that, you have the ability to persevere through the waiting, through the work. But you know what? There's still a little mystery out there. There are still some things that you're not quite sure of. Obviously, the question would lend itself to knowing that. But here, that's what the moon means as well. But I want to remind you, I've said this a few times. I don't know if you heard me too, but every moon card usually has pillars, mountains, castles, something to make a smooth path through so you can't get lost. So it's really a good thing. We all should have a little mystery, but as far as the commitment part is concerned, we would rather not have mystery. I can tell you that. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So completion. You're wanting to, get that commitment. That would complete, the cycle, the chapter. So I see the mystery, but I see that it is going in the right direction. I see that you've been holding on for a long time, it looks like. You've been working and watching your harvest, waiting to see results, and you've stayed strong. The mystery is twofold. Mystery because you don't know, but mystery as to what's going to happen. Is he going to give you the commitment? Again, I think that I do see that the road to that is coming that's where it's heading. But I think it's still going to be a little bit. Again, having to go this far, if you're looking at the picture here, but also the wheel. What comes around goes around. So again, think of like the cycles of a day, the cycles of life. You know, sometimes the wheel moves slowly, but it does move. So I do think you can expect that P is going to provide you with some kind of commitment. I just don't know what your definition is of near future. I'm not seeing it's going to be a huge, long time, but I do think you're going to have to kind of stay strong while you're waiting, and keep building that relationship, because eventually the harvest will be there. Okay. Let's see what we've got next. We've got about 5 minutes before my doctor's appointment, so I do have to end in 5 minutes. So this is going to be our last question today. Let's see. Oh, my mouse is not cooperating. There we go. All right. Got quite a few. I love it. You guys are all talking in the chat, and you know, that's part of the fun of going to a channel, because you get to not only get readings, but you also get to interact with everybody. Oh, good, Nell. I'm glad that that worked out for you. I'm glad it made sense, too. Sometimes I feel like I'm rambling. Right. Let me see. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, we already did that one. Lily would like to know what's coming toward me in love. Please come back and join me tomorrow. I'll be here. I'm here every day at 12 and once a evening on Wednesdays at 7:30. This will be my last question for the day. What's coming toward you in love? Well, let's use the classic Llewellyn to find out. Lily wants to know what's coming toward her in love. Let's just find out. You guys are going to be real excited. I've been trying to set up a new system, and I'm hopefully going to have some cool graphics and alerts pop up when donations and subscribers, and I'm getting a little mini technical certificate that I'm administering to myself. I'm proud of myself. Not my strong suit, so getting far. So what's coming toward you in love? I think you're going to have quite a few things coming toward you in love. I think you're going to have some choices to make. Our 7 of Cups here is the card for choices. If you can see here in the card, the choices are sometimes good and they're sometimes not so good. Like you can get this cool cup of jewels, but you can also get this cup with the snake in there. So I think you're going to have some choices, but I don't think all of them are going to be good, which obviously makes sense. So I think you're going to kind of have to wade through. I don't know if you're on a dating site maybe, or you've got some things. I know with Corona, it's kind of everything's sort of online, or you know, close friends. You kind of really don't. You're not able to do much, but I do see, you know, there's going to be some choices there, some good, not so good. Here we've got the Wheel of Fortune again. You know, things are coming around and around. I'm wondering if you have just been dating a lot. I wonder if this has just felt like a fruitless exercise. I know I'm married now, but I was just married 2 years ago. So dating for me was quite the exhausting experience, to the point where I just quit for years. But I wonder if you're in an active dating situation, and I feel like you're, you know, just kind of not knowing what to do with this. You're not finding anybody that's really like, you know, setting a spark under you, thinking, okay, this is it. I feel like you're just feeling like, okay, what else do I need to do? I remember when I tried online dating, I felt like I always got all these weirdos, and I kept thinking, I'm normal. Why aren't I getting more normal people? Well, maybe I'm not so normal. But anyway, I feel like you're kind of in a spot where you're, you know, feeling like I don't even know what to do next. There are more choices out there for you. There are some people there. The Hermit here suggests that this would be a time to really kind of fine-tune your methods. How are you dating? Are you doing online? Maybe it would be better to, you know, see if well, with Corona, it's a little hard. You can't do any of those things, but there's something about maybe the way you're going about it. I can see that you're really not, it's not giving you answers. It's not giving you positive results. Whatever it is you're doing it over and repeatedly, and it's leaving you feeling stuck. There are choices though. And I think that this is saying, reevaluate kind of where you're at. I want to do a clarifier on our hermit here because I want to see what he's saying. I want to see if he has any kind of clue as to, what you should be doing while you're the hermit, climbing this snowy little mountain top. What are you doing in your cool looking cloak and sandals? What's going on? Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I don't know what the hermit's doing. Hermit, what are you doing? The world. Okay. Yes. You need to think about, to have the world, to get to the end of the cycle, to have that person that you are, I'm assuming you're looking for a long-term relationship, to have that, you need to kind of reevaluate what's going on, how you're dating, perhaps where you're looking, perhaps how you're thinking about it. Maybe you need to kind of reevaluate and make some adjustments. And at that point, I think everything's going to kind of open up to you. You're going to have choices. Not every single one of them is going to be Prince Charming or Princess Charming, whatever, it is that you are looking for. But I think that that's exactly what it's saying. Reevaluate, try some new things. And then when that opens up, I think that you're going to have the opportunity to decide who's next. So that's looking good. That's looking good, Lily. I'll be anxious to hear. I guess that's not something you pretty much drop all your personal business in the chat, but all right. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm going to have to end early. I have to race off to the doctor and do this. It's checkup, so don't worry, nothing's wrong. Please join me tomorrow at 12. And, oh, Lily, I got to put this up. I love confirmation. That's great. That's great. I was right on. Well, then that shows me being right on about things that we already know. That shows me that the cards were real in tune with you. So that really made that other message come through very strong. Okay, please join me tomorrow at 12. If daytime doesn't work well for you, I'm doing Wednesday nights at 7:30. And I want to thank you for coming. Please hit subscribe before you check out. Have a great day.